Welcome to the Daily Vibecasting.
Right. And today we've got quite the mix hitting the feeds. We're seeing everything from major trade tensions potentially tanking the markets, all the way down to the nitty-gritty of 1980s computer chips.
Yeah, a real spectrum. So our mission, as always, is to cut through that noise from X, pull out the key stuff you need to know, and do it fast. No lingering today.
Exactly. Quick hits, sharp insights.
We're jumping straight in. We've got global politics shaking things up, AI watermarks maybe not being so invisible after all, and a peek at that self-parking future Tesla keeps promising. Could save you, 17 hours a year?
That's the claim. Let's get into it.
Okay, first up, the big one. Geopolitical shockwaves hitting the markets this morning.
Trade tensions flared up immediately.
Yeah, this post from @SockandKT News, Evan, really kicked things off. Text says, Chart President Trump just put out a long post about China. Our relationship with China over the past 6 months has been a very good one, thereby making this move on trade an even more surprising one. I have always felt that they've been lying in wait, and now, as usual, I have.
And it goes on, right? It implies this feeling of, being blindsided, but the context here is crucial. Trump's reacting to something specific.
Which is?
Beijing announced tightened export controls on rare earth metals just yesterday, October 10th. We're talking critical elements here.
So it's not just about tariffs on TVs or whatever. This is resources.
Exactly. It's moving into a resource control game. And China's position here is, dominant.
How dominant are we talking? What's the number?
USGS data, so pretty solid source, puts their control at over 80% of the global supply of rare earths.
80%? Wow.
Yeah, and you need these for everything. Magnets, green tech, defense systems, your phone. So when trade disputes hit this level, the stakes just shoot up.
Okay, if the stakes are that high, like a real resource confrontation, why did the market seem to, almost immediately bet on a reversal? We saw at ZeroHedge kind of mocking the pattern.
Yeah, the ZeroHedge post. Let me see. Odds of Trump's Sunday evening post. Had a great call with China's wonderful President Xi Jinping, and our relations have never been better. Look forward to our meeting in 2 weeks. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Right. That kind of cynicism.
Well, it's that classic market tension, isn't it? Short-term fear versus historical patterns. The market hates immediate disruption, so it panics first.
But then it remembers.
It remembers past escalations like the 2019 stuff leading to the Phase 1 deal. These things often flare up, especially before big meetings, and then get walked back behind the scenes. Investors are, betting on the pattern, quick resolution, not prolonged pain.
Gotcha. But that immediate panic was real. Ed Kobe Solider posted about it. Breaking. The S&P 500 falls 70-plus points in seconds after President Trump publishes the below paragraph about China. Trump says he is calculating increased tariffs on Chinese products. Trump also says there's no reason to meet Chinese President Xi anymore.
And that drop was sharp. S&P 500 down 1.1%. It literally erased the whole week's gains in minutes.
Ouch. Any specific sectors hit hard?
Oh, yeah. Semiconductors, they're always the canary in the coal mine for this stuff. NVDA, TSM, they dropped 2-3% right away.
Makes sense. Supply chains?
Exactly. And you saw it in currencies, too. The offshore yuan, the CNH, it slipped 0.3%. Markets definitely paid attention, even if they expect a walk back later.
Okay, so while the markets are being cynical about trade, let's look at a different kind of geopolitical signal, maybe one with more staying power. Moving south. Venezuela. An award with real political weight. That Dropset News reported. The Venezuelan opposition leader María Corina Machado has been awarded the 2025 Nobel Peace Prize. A staunch advocate of free market economics, privatization of state industries, foreign investment, and closer alignment with the U.S. and Western institutions, she is openly called.
Yeah. The Nobel Peace Prize announced October 10th. This isn't just symbolic. Machado is, the face of the opposition, pushing for free markets, privatization, closer ties to the U.S.
So the award is basically international backing.
It definitely signals that. It underscores growing international support for, let's call it what it is, regime change efforts against Maduro. It aligns Western diplomatic pressure pretty clearly.
Right. Okay, big picture stuff. Let's shift gears completely, go from global politics to, the micro level, super technical deep dives in AI.
Yeah, some fascinating stuff here.
This one from @Kalamaz just blew my mind a bit. He posted, there is an NES emulator that simulates the behavior of individual transistors of the semiconductors. Not cycle level, not even gate level, transistor level, and then a link.
Right, MetalNES. It's incredible. What they're doing is simulating the old Nintendo hardware, specifically the main chip, the 6502 processor, by basically reverse engineering it at the physical level.
How physical?
They literally dissolved the chip layers with acid, took microscopic photos, and manually traced every single connection. For the 6502, that's 3,510 transistors they had to map out.
3,000. Okay, that's insane dedication. But why? The post says it runs super slow, like hundreds of times slower than the actual NES. What's the point if you can't even really play it?
It's not about playing, it's about understanding. It's physics and education. By simulating at the transistor level, they get unparalleled accuracy. You can actually see things like how the picture processing unit, the PPU, builds the image line by line, watching the internal states flip.
So it's like a window into how 1980s silicon actually worked, flaws and all.
Exactly. It's for research, for understanding semiconductor behavior back then. The takeaway isn't speed, it's the sheer computational cost of truly accurate physical simulation, even for something 40 years old. It skyrockets.
Fascinating. Okay, from the deep past of silicon to the very current headache of AI image provenance, watermarks. There was a post about Google's SynthID.
Yeah, @Mark posted about this.
He said, some crazy people on Reddit managed to extract the SynthID watermark that Nano Banana applies to every image. It's possible to make the watermark visible by oversaturating the generated images. This is the Google SynthID watermark. Shows an image, too.
Right, and this is potentially a big deal. SynthID is Google DeepMind's big play for AI image watermarking. It's supposed to embed this mathematically imperceptible signal,
Imperceptible and tough, right? Like survive cropping, filters.
That's the goal,
Yep.
Robust provenance tracking. But if people on Reddit, just by cranking up the color saturation.
I can make it visible.
Exactly. If they can reveal this colorful noise pattern just using basic image editing, it really throws a wrench in things.
How so? What are the implications?
Well, two big ones jump out. First, how useful are these watermarks really against misinformation if they can be revealed or maybe even removed this easily? And second, this whole idea of model collapse.
Where future AIs get trained on AI-generated stuff and get weird.
Kind of, yeah. If future models start getting trained on images containing these now visible watermarks, could it degrade their quality or introduce strange artifacts? It definitely fuels the debate about the long-term stability and trustworthiness of AI-generated content.
Okay, sticking with tech, but moving over to crypto and regulation. A big fight brewing there. Brian Armstrong, Coinbase CEO, was not holding back.
No, he wasn't.
He posted at Brian Armstrong, "We absolutely won't accept this. It's a bad proposal, plain and simple, that would set innovation back and prevent the U.S. from becoming the crypto capital of the world. But legislating is a process, and we're committed to engaging and helping Congress get it right. We will keep..."
Yeah. Strong words. He's pushing back hard against a counter-proposal from Senate Democrats related to crypto market structure legislation. I think it's tied to the Clarity Act discussions.
Then the crypto industry sees this counter-proposal
as major regulatory overreach. They feel it misunderstands the tech, particularly decentralized finance or DeFi.
What's the core fear? Is it about who gets the power to regulate? Treasury.
That's a huge part of it, yeah. The concern is this proposal could give the Treasury Department sweeping powers to restrict DeFi protocols. And the real lightning rod issue is self-custody wallets.
Meaning your ability to hold your own keys offline.
Exactly. There's fear that the compliance burdens could become so high they effectively ban or make self-custody impractical. The worry is treating decentralized tech like a national security threat by default, which they argue would just push all the innovation and development outside the U.S.
Right. High stakes there. Okay, let's pivot slightly to actual national security, or at least perceptions around it. There was a debunking post about foreign military training in the U.S.
The Idaho story.
Yeah, Buzz Patterson weighed in.
He posted, "We are not building a Qatari military base in Idaho. We're going to train their pilots. Period. We've been doing it for decades. I went to USAF pilot training, and we had Saudis and Iranians flying with us."
Yeah, he's clarifying what's actually happening. There is a facility related to Qatar at Mountain Home Air Force Base in Idaho, but it's U.S. funded, and it's specifically for training Qatari pilots on F-15s.
So it's about interoperability, making sure allies can use the same gear effectively.
Precisely. Standard operational stuff. But, any mention of foreign military presence on U.S. soil, especially post 9/11, tends to set off alarms online.
And Patterson brings up history, saying this isn't new. Saudis, Iranians back in the day.
Right. He uses that 1970s USAF training context to kind of normalize it, push back against the foreign base narrative. It highlights the sensitivity, though. There's always public debate around security vetting and how involved foreign partners should be with U.S. military assets and training. Got it. Okay, let's dedicate some time to Tesla. They always generate buzz. First, a software update leaning into pure nostalgia.
Yep, at Tesla announced, the grid has expanded to your Tesla Tron. Ari's update rolling out now.
Tron. So what does that actually mean for the car?
It's mostly infotainment stuff. Immersive grid visuals on the screen, light cycle games in the toy box, movie Easter eggs, classic Tesla leveraging a big pop culture moment, the movie reboot. It's entertainment.
And the replies under that post were pretty funny, right? People asking for it.
Yeah. Amidst the hype for Tron visuals, you had a whole thread of people basically saying, that's cool, but can my older Tesla with HW3 finally get Pac-Man?
Ah, the contrast. High-tech sci-fi versus basic 80s retro gaming.
It highlights that tension, pushing futuristic features while some users just want the older basics to work smoothly on slightly older hardware.
But the really big Tesla news, or vision, came from Musk himself. About parking.
Right. The ultimate autonomous dream, at Elon Musk posted. In the near future, your Tesla will drop you off at the store entrance and then go find a parking spot. When you're ready to exit the store, just tap someone on your phone and the car will come to you.
That's the holy grail, isn't it?
Yeah.
The true robotaxi experience. Drop off, car vanishes, car reappears when needed, no parking stress.
Absolutely. That's the vision they're selling. And it's apparently based on a demo they did with the new FSD version 14.1.
How did that demo actually look? Did it nail it?
Well, the demo showed the car successfully navigating a super crowded Costco parking lot for like 20 minutes looking for a spot. It handled complex stuff, sure, but even sped up 35 times in the video. You could see the AI missing several really obvious open spots. It had to wait quite a bit for pedestrians. Seemed hesitant sometimes.
So not quite ready for prime time, maybe. Is a chaotic Costco parking lot really the final boss for self-driving?
It kind of is. Parking lots are pure chaos, unpredictable humans everywhere. But that's why they're focused on it. If they can solve that reliably, think about the payoff.
The 17 hours a year stat.
Yeah, estimates say drivers spend, on average, 17 hours a year just looking for parking. Eliminating that is a massive quality of life improvement, not to mention efficiency.
Yeah.
It's key to making the whole robotaxi concept viable.
Okay, almost done. Before we wrap, let's do a quick aesthetic palette cleanser. The eternal iPhone color debate.
Always a classic.
At App Settings just posted one word, easy, with 4 pictures.
Yeah, that was a reply to a whole thread going viral about a new bright orange iPhone color. The Easy post just showed close-ups of the silver iPhone 15 Pro matte titanium finish.
The minimalist statement versus the loud color statement.
Exactly. The age-old battle, subtlety or standing out.
And where did the comments land on this crucial issue?
Overwhelmingly for subtlety, actually. Looking at the top comments, something like 70% preferred the more subdued colors, silver, blue, that dark red over the bright orange.
Why?
Versatility, mostly. People saying they want a color that works with any case, any outfit. The quiet, versatile metal won out this time.
Interesting. So, okay, that's quite a range today. We went from potential resource wars and market meltdowns.
Right down to digital watermarks being exposed, crypto fighting regulation.
Tesla dreaming of parking.
Yeah.
And the deep philosophy of iPhone colors. That's a full vibecast.
It really covers the map, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And hey, before we sign off, let me just loop back to that incredible NES emulator for a second.
The transistor level one.
Yeah. Think about this. If simulating 1980s hardware accurately at the transistor level makes it run hundreds of times slower than the original, what does that huge computational gap tell you?
Tell me about what?
About the sheer processing power needed for truly accurate real-time digital simulation. Forget an old game console. Think about simulating something vastly more complex, like, say, the human brain with AI. That gap suggests there might be fundamental limits or at least massive trade-offs between emulation accuracy and real-time speed. What do we have to sacrifice to make simulations run fast enough to be useful?
That definitely puts real-time AI simulation into a different light. Let's chew on there.
It's something to think about.
All right. That's our time for today. Thanks for diving into the feeds with us. We'll catch you tomorrow.